Hello vendors, this is Jennifer Hurley with Arlington Foodies Farmers Market. I just wanted to talk to you today just about a few things that were on my mind that I just wanted to kind of touch base with you about. First off, thank you so much for being a part of our market. You guys really make this market something sparkle and shine in the heart of Pantego, and we are extremely grateful for you. I know that we have a few new vendors and a few vendors that haven't been to this new location, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about some things to expect at this market. If you've heard all this before, just know we're doing it out of love and take it with a grain of salt, especially if you already are doing all this stuff. So first thing we want to talk about is social distancing. We are still in times of COVID, and in fact, our numbers have gone up. If they go up to a point where we are redlined again, which I don't think is going to happen for our October market, but who knows what happens in the future. I mean, we're kind of tiptoeing along the edge of everything that is with Tarrant County and COVID. So hopefully we won't ever get shut down again, but should we, just know we'll give you plenty of advance notice should something like that happen. I wanted to take you through the website so you have an idea of what to expect at our market. First thing I want to talk about is our social distancing. So our farmers market does have guidelines for social distancing. You have to wear your mask. If you have gloves, wear them. And even though you're wearing your mask, you have to do your best to just wear it the entire time, because it's really important that we show Pantego we can be responsible and respectful. If you're working with foods, especially if they're open foods, make sure you're wearing your gloves. Have hand sanitizer on site at all times, just to be prepared. Even bring, if you can, bring Lysol or some disinfectant spray. We have a couple of sinks that we bring out, portable sinks, and there are bathrooms on site, but it's just showing that we're taking an initiative to make sure that our space and our location and our event is clean. The second thing I want to talk about, by the way, you can find those on the website at arlingtonfoodies.com. Go to Farmers Market. There's a drop-down menu. You'll go to Farmers Market Vendor Guidelines for Social Distancing. The second thing I want to talk about is unloading, because I know it can be a little confusing. You guys have been doing a wonderful job, by the way. All of the concerns and worries that we had at our first two markets have been alleviated, so much so that we had owners and people that work in the area over there at North Lake come and say they were pleased with our arrangement. So thank you so much. You guys have been doing a great job. It is a 20-minute turnaround time to drop off your stuff. You really just have to drop off your stuff within 20 minutes and then park your vehicle and then come back and set up. That's why we start at 4 p.m. There are certain, you can find the vendor list here. Where I went was under arlingtonfoodies.com. Go to Farmers Market, and then you'll see where it says Farmers Market Vendor Requirements for Unloading. That's where you need to go. You're going to go down here. It'll say all the information that you need to see. You can click here for your current vendor list. Food trucks are always going to be, and I actually need to change that. We've added some people to we've added some spaces. So if you just click on Farmers Market, there is a new, here it is. There is a new map for you. We've added a couple of spaces, moved a few spaces around. We noticed that 1 and 2 wasn't doing anything, and we have 7, 8, and 9 we have added over here for our 2 food trucks, and we've rearranged the way that we're doing our community event area. So instead of doing everything outside of the community event space, we're utilizing the concrete area there for our time and temperature people. There's also electrical there, so we've got at least 4 people that will be able to set up. When COVID is over, we'll be able to change that and add a few more people there, but right now we're trying to keep it as blocked off as possible. Those people that are in 47, 48, 49, I'm sorry, 57, 58, 59, and 60, they will all be facing outward. So 57 and 58, you will be here on the back side, facing toward the fence. 59 and 60, you'll be facing toward the other fence, and we're going to migrate people to walk around the community events area. This is going to mean that the picnic benches are going to be to the south and to the north of the community event space, so there will still be sitting over there, but for now we'll have everybody that is a time and temperature people actually be there in the community events area. So just keep that in mind. Again, food truck 7, 8, and 9 has been added. We moved 1 and 2 to the 1 and 2 locations over here. Those who are under the pavilions know that there is social distancing, and so we've really cut back on the amount of pavilion people and covered area people. Alcohol is over here at number 28, so it all stays right here next to the gazebo. We will have those signs set up and placed out there. The unloading layout is kind of important because you need to know when to get there. So when you're unloading, you're going to go to this requirements for unloading section. You're going to look at your space. So you can click on this current events area or this current vendor list. It's going to tell you where you are within this list, and then you're going to look at your time that you unload. So spaces 2 through 9, and then 10 through 19, and the remaining north spaces. The location of the spaces is still going to be the same, like north, south, and east. They're all still going to be. So none of this is changing, only the layout of the map a little bit. So north, spaces 2 through even these 66 over here. You'll just have to take a look and see where your number is. South is the same thing. So we start at 4 p.m. and every 20 minutes we move, and then you'll have to see what your space is. So for example, 2 and 4 through 9, you come in at 4 p.m. and you're done unloading by 4:20 and your vehicle is moved to where it needs to go. That gives you a little over an hour and 40 minutes to set up. And then when we take down, it's not as big of an issue because there's nobody at North Lake and they really don't care. It's just the setup because we need to be mindful of the people who have businesses that are still open during that time. So south side, covered areas, space 38 through 49, remaining south spaces 440 to 5, and then the east area. Now the east is a little bit different. We want to make sure that we're paying attention to this because this is really important. My hot food, time and temperature people, numbers 56 through 61 are the first to get there. So from 4 to 4:20, my time and temp people, which by the way, you no longer need a canopy if you're a time and temperature person, over here under spaces 56 through 61. Well, it's actually 57, 58, 59, and 60. If you're under the community events area, you no longer need a canopy. You will be covered already. So keep that in mind. Your loading and unloading area is right over here in the gray area. When you pull into Park Road, you see it comes through this way. You guys actually don't come through Park Road. You come through the east entry. That means it's just east of Park Road. If you're coming from Bowen, it'll be before you get to Park Road. You'll take a right into the North Lake area. That also means when you're leaving, you need to leave from that east entry as well, and then come around and park at Texas Appliance. That's really important because we don't want to bring, those people are still having their business there on Saturdays when we're there between 4 and 5 during our unload time. So you'll come in from the east area, you'll leave from the east area, and then you'll park at North Texas Appliance. Don't come through the back area and go down the cul-de-sac and go to Park Road. That's not what we want to do. We want to go back out the way we came. That's unloading. Make sure you bring your lights. We are asking that people bring battery-powered lights. We do have electricity there, but really the electricity needs to go to our time and temperature people or people that are making stuff on site, like our coffees and our teas. Really, if you've got lights, you want to bring battery powered lights, and you do want lights because we are a night market. We do have some, but we really some electricity for you, but we really don't want a whole bunch of cross connections and electric cords running all over the place. So please bring battery powered lights. And then when you're done, you just click them off and then you can go. It's just a lot easier. Our October market is a candy market. We are doing a vend or treat, which means all of our vendors should bring a bag or a box of candy. It's only 3 hours. I will have a little extra candy there with me at the Arlington Foodies Produce Co-op booth. So if you forgot some, that's okay. We'll still have extra there. Just keep in mind that this is a vend or treat. It may be the only thing that these kids get to do for Halloween because most everything is shut down due to COVID. Permitting. If you are a time and temperature person, you should have your permitting through Tarrant County. It's $35 for the year, and if you're getting new permitting, you need an approval letter from the town of Pantego, especially if you're new, to do your time and temperature booth. If you don't have a commercial kitchen that you're working in and you're just doing everything on site, that's fine. But if you are doing prep work or anything like that before you get to the market, then you definitely need to make sure that you've got your commissary kitchen information and your time and temperature permit through Tarrant County. If not, if they come through and they check you and they notice that you're working there without a permit, they could shut you down, and that's the last thing we want, is people to feel like they've been slighted at our market. We really appreciate and respect our vendors, and we want to make sure that you guys get the best, that we have a responsible market for you. And so we leave it to you to do those things. If you have any questions or if you need a copy of the permit for Tarrant County, let me know. Again, it is only $35 for the year, and that year starts the day that you turn it in, and it lasts the entire year long. So that covers all 12 months of our market for a full year. Taxes. So if you've got something that is chocolate or candy or a soda or an arts and crafts item, those are taxable, and you do not tax those in the city that you come from. You tax them in the city that the item was sold in. So every one of those items, if you are selling any of those at our market, they are taxable products, and they should be taxed through to the town of Pantego. That's one of the perks that Pantego receives from our market, is being able to have a little bit of extra income to their town of Pantego from our farmers market. So keep that in mind when you're doing your taxes this year. If you have come to our farmers market and you have sold candy, sodas, chocolates, anything that is not covered under the Texas Cottage Baker that is a taxable item, make sure soaps and candles, they're all included in that as well. Just make sure that you're giving Pantego their props and their taxes, because they have earned it by allowing us to be in their crown jewel. So just be mindful of that when you're doing taxes this year. November and December, we are changing the market just for November and December. Next year, it will be right back to the fourth Saturday, but November will be November 21st, which will be the third Saturday, not the fourth Saturday. I repeat, the third Saturday in November and December. So it'll be November 21st and December 19th. We did that on purpose so that we could make sure we capture an audience before the holiday. So before Thanksgiving, we're going to be there, and before Christmas, we're going to be there. The third Saturday, 6 to 9 p.m. October will be 4th. This coming up Saturday is our 4th Saturday October market. It will be the last 4th Saturday of the year. The next two are 3rd Saturday. That's all I've got for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or Andrea or Gilroy. You can find her on Facebook. Send us a message through Arlington Foodies Farmers Market page. That's a great way to reach out to us. You can also send an email to market@arlingtonfoodies.com. We can find you there too. Easiest way is to shoot me a text at 817-793-2636 or find me on Facebook. Facebook's probably the best way. If you have not joined Arlington Foodies Market Vendors Group, do so because we keep that updated all the time, and it is a really good opportunity for us vendors to get together and talk about what needs to be done, or if you have questions, some of those questions can be answered by other vendors that have been going to this space for a while. And that's about it. That's all I've got. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's 15 minutes out of your busy day. We look forward to seeing you all Saturday. And let's have a wonderful market and happy vendor treat.